Alalim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rachaha Kurash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS that rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations unto you elect out there, brothers and few sisters that take heed in sincerity and in truth. Alright. So the title of this lesson is Celebrity Syndrome, or Celebrity Worship Syndrome, I believe. Yeah. You read that right. Okay, because I'm going to show an image I found a little bit later, which I was astonished, to be honest. But it all goes into idolatry, right? But let's go into Colossians 3 and 5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, right? Mortify means that's where you get the word mortuary, right? Which is death, right? So it means kill, right? Kill your members which are upon the earth, which is what? Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, right? And covetousness goes into what? What does it mean when the laws in the book of Exodus, it says, "Thou shalt not covet." That's one of the 10 Commandments, actually. Thou shalt not covet. Covet means when you see something that your neighbor has, your Israelite brother, or really anything, to be honest. But it applied when we were in that land. And it basically means when you see something that brother has as a possession, you desire it, right? Your greed, and in this kingdom, right? That's something that's a part of life, actually, to be greedy. It's something that these people kind of talk about to not be, right? But majority of these people are greedy, man, right? They covet people's cars, shoes, houses, women, They covet a lot of things. But in this instance, it says covetousness, which is what? Idolatry, right? So, hey, don't you hear these people talk about, oh my God, I wish these women, I want to look like her, or I want what she has, I want that bag. That's all idolatry, man. Every day, right? And these people laugh it off like it's a light thing. You people are committing idolatry every friggin' day, man. Right? Now I'm going to read this in the NLT. Right? It says, so put to death the sinful, earthly things lurking within you. Right? And it is within us, right? And that's something you hear these people talk about. Oh, you got to be free, and you have to try things, and you got to act upon your urges and all your lusts that you want. You got to figure yourself out. That's what these people think, man. That's their thought process. You got to go through the shit, and then they think that you come out a better person, you done messed up your whole mental and your whole spirit, right? And now you're supposed to come out a different person. But nah, man, you're supposed to dead those things, man. Mortify, right? It is within us. Yes, we're not denying it. All these different lusts is within us, man. We're earthly. We're terrestrial, man. We're in low estates. These bodies. This is the word body means home, an abode, estate, right? Like you got a big estate, a mansion. Well, an estate is this vessel, this body, this filthy ass body, man, right? So we gotta dead those things, man. But you people act upon it. Do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, as Aleister Crowley, that dirty ass beast, said, right? And his mother called him a beast, right? It says, having nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lusts, and evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshiping the things of this world. Because of these things, the anger of the Most High is coming. Right? It says you used to do these things when your life was still part of this world, but now is the time to get rid of anger, rage, malicious behavior, slander, and dirty language. Right? Now it goes into how to be brotherly and among the brotherhood, but the point was in verse 5 about idolatry. Now let me get to the point. Right? This is a article. It looks old. It looks from at least the 80s, maybe the 70s, but it says 1 in 10, right, addicted to celebrity worship. And like I said, this looks like a few decades ago, so you can rack that number up. All right, it says 1 in 10 people may be addicted celebrity worshippers. Research suggests as many as 10% of people develop unhealthy obsessions with celebrities, which can lead to depression, anxiety, and psychosis. It says, according to psychologists in the United States, about a third of ordinary people are suffering from some degree of celebrity worship syndrome, CWS. What a nice acronym. Esau, I'm going to add this, right? Esau loves to package, his little diseases that he patents, right? He'll see a condition, i.e. a tumor somewhere, and he'll say, okay, that's terminal pancreatic cancer, right? Stage whatever, right? That's bronchitis. And notice he has all these, if it's inflammation, he'll put itis at the end of it, because itis means inflammation. The bronchitis, right? Gastritis, right? All these different inflammatory conditions. But he'll patent them and say, look, this is this syndrome, this is this condition, this is this disease, it's incurable. You got to take our drugs. So it's just funny when he makes a syndrome for celebrity worship syndrome, when really it's just a fucking demon on you, riding you, spirits riding you, man, and you acting upon your lust, man, uncontrollably, right? If you brothers ever been to a concert, or you seen footage of celebrities walking by and women screaming at the top of their lungs, man, fainting, fainting, falling down, dropping down on the floor, pussy wet. Yeah, I gotta say it like that, man. We're ready to go backstage, or on the tour bus, forget their husband and their boyfriend. People lose it, man, because them spirits, man. People don't understand what them artists do, right? What kind of craft and arts they're involved in. Dr. Lynn McCutcheon from Devry University in Orlando, Florida, and Dr. James Huron from Southern Illinois University School of Medicine, I think that cut off, School of Medicine in Springfield, carried out a survey of more than 600 people to test their interest in celebrities. They were asked a series of questions designed to reveal what they really thought about the rich and famous, right? The researchers identified, that song, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, right? So he said, some die nameless. It's all a game. Right? You had them one-hit wonders, man, right? They consulted with them spirits, they got their shot, but they didn't like them fucking ceremonies, man. They didn't like what they had to do. They didn't like the program. You used to have that show back in the day on MTV, One Hit Wonders. Anyway, it says the researchers identified 3 different stages of celebrity worship. New Scientist magazine reported. At the lowest level, 1 in 5 people followed celebrities for entertainment, social reasons. Anyone burning to know every detail about a favorite star, such as which Madrid mansion Posh and Bax will buy, fall into this category. Such fan worship might seem harmless, but even these individuals are more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, and social dysfunction. Right? Damn. So what you can do is what I did. Let me see. Right, look, celebrity worship syndrome from Wikipedia is an obsessive addictive disorder in which a person becomes overly involved with the details of a celebrity's personal and professional life. And this kingdom, man, it's so fucking sinful. and in front of your eyes, but you got that, iron curtain, you got that wool over your eyes. You don't know what the hell's going on. That's why it's such a blessing. We got this eye salve to see, like in that movie They Live with the glasses, right? When you put the glasses on, all the lies faded away. Everything was just gray. All the color was gone. Everything was what it was, right? What it really was. He could see what things really were, right? But this kingdom, man, you just think about tabloids and TMZ, all these fucking degenerates, MTV, like back in the day, they had a lot of degenerate shows with celebrities and MTV Cribs and all this stupid shit. You got people knowing about, this basketball player, I know his stats. Oh, how many points did he score last year against the Lakers at Game 6? And all this madness. You're wondering, what the fuck do you do with your time, man? And you can't get down with the words of the Most High. I'm talking to you Israelites, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners. All right, the ones of you that hear and can understand this word, right? The ones that this word resonates with. You guys know all these fucking stats, man. Oh, Jordan, his Game 6, 1990. Bro, what the hell? And you're telling me studying the scriptures and knowing certain breakdowns, and that's too much? Maybe brothers in the world, they were like that, and now they're complaining about, oh, we gotta get down and study all these scriptures, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do our videos, and man, come on, man. Right? But this kingdom is built on that, knowing personal and professional. You should not be a fan, right? I made a video a while back. You should not be a fan. Don't call yourself, I'm a fan of the word fan means fanatical, which means a crazy lunatic, a crazy person, a fanatical, crazy person, man. Right? It says back here, psychologists have indicated that though many people obsess over film, television, and that's why in film you have, whether it be movies or TV shows, you have certain movies that come out and they might not do well, they might not be a blockbuster, but maybe let's say 10, 15, 20 years down the line, it becomes what's called a cult classic or a cult favorite. The word cult, it just means to till, but people are laboring and they're talking about it and basically worshiping, man, giving energy to it, venerating it, right? Admiring it. Oh, this is such a great movie. This is amazing. And look how this actor and he did this part. And now, brothers, sometimes we'll speak about movies that are good, but it's only due to the fact that it'll bring something out that has something to do with the scriptures for the truth's sake. That's it, man. We're not talking about, oh, he was such a great actor, he did this, and do you remember that little part? And right? It says television, sport, and pop stars. The only common factor between them is that they are all figures in the public eye. Written observations of celebrity worship date back to the 19th century, the 1800s, right? Mental health. Evidence indicates that poor mental health is correlated with celebrity worship. But of course, because you have something called the Food and Drug Administration, right? And they've been very busy over the last many decades, right? Of injecting you Americans with complete garbage, things that rob minerals, essential minerals from your body, right? And cause you to act crazy, cause you to start tweaking, man. Mental breakdown, mental what do you call it? Mental fog. It's 12 o'clock, you're tired as hell. You wake up, you're tired as hell. You go to bed, you're tired. You don't know what the hell's going on. Right? That's their job. So of course they're going to be how big is mental health right now? The last 5 years, how big has it picked up? Mental health. Oh, mental health. Right? Because a lot of you people, your diets, you're all messed up, man. Right? And the thing is, it's harder and harder. I'm not just saying, oh, it's your diet. You guys are choosing clear. it's harder and harder to eat clean, right? It's harder and harder to eat, and I'll put that in air quotes, clean, because you're just getting the best of the worst in this kingdom, right? But you guys, you're not researching, man, essential fatty acids, enzymes, different minerals that you need, right? You don't know that things like selenium is a very depleted mineral that your body needs. Zinc, copper, iron, these things are not found a lot in the foods that we eat, right? So, a lot of times I'm up, I work at night, I'm driving around, and I see the McDonald's line, man. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, man. 10, 12 cars lined up. Hi, McDonald's, can I get your order? Yeah, I want a, whatever the fuck, double cheeseburger. Madness, man. First of all, you're not supposed to be eating at 2 o'clock, man. Your digestive system shuts down. Your digestive system shuts down around basically 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock, you should stop eating. By 9 o'clock, right? Really, you have your dinner 5 to 6 o'clock, and then you can have maybe some light, like fruits or whatever. Some small, maybe a yogurt, a good yogurt, 7, 8, and cut it down, man. That's it. 9, 10, you should 10 o'clock, before 11, you should be sleeping, right? Because you got a whole circadian rhythm that does things for your body, and hormones that are released, right? From 11 all the way up until around 4 or 5, you should be in deep sleep. But anyway, I'm that's my little health spiel. So it says one study found. Oh, Slack, hold on. Oh yeah, I read that part. It says one study found evidence to suggest that the intense personal celebrity worship dimension was related to higher levels of depression and anxiety. You're just messing yourself up, man. Worried about people. Yo, man, like the Raptors, man. I still remember that shit. I was working that day. I was doing construction. We were doing pool building pools. Not cleaning, building, man. From scratch. And my stupid fucking boss, you dumb fucking Italian nigga, okay? Okay? From southern Italy, this nigga took the day off. We were working. This nigga took the day off, went out there with his father to celebrate. Where was it? Nathan Phillip or whatever the fuck. And then he almost got trampled, man, because of the shooting. The shots started busting off, right? The shots were going off, and everybody was running. He was there with his old ass father, celebrating. Yeah, Raptors, 30-something-year-old man. They bugged out, man. Sports channel. Oh, I gotta get the sports package. Yo, man, this place has to go, man. This place has to fucking go. I'm into sports. I'm into boxing, MMA, but I don't watch it like that anymore, man. I'm completely disinterested. There's only big fights that can really make me excited. There's a big fight next week. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I'm gonna watch that fight, Lord's will. But pretty much, I don't watch. I'm not into that, man. People getting ready for an event, doing this, doing. Oh, his stats, his this. I don't know about stats, man. I'm trying to get more into the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. I want more understanding and wisdom. I don't need no knowledge of this world, man. I need wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You people just want to fill your brain with useless knowledge, man. Because it's knowledge to know, right? But it's not wisdom. You can know a bunch of bullshit. You just want to fill up your brain with fucking useless matter. Ridiculous, man. Similarly, right, another study in 2004 found that the intense personal celebrity worship dimension was not only related to higher levels of depression and anxiety, but also higher levels of stress, negative effect, and reports of illness, or aka disease. Both these studies showed no evidence for a significant relationship between either entertainment, social, or the borderline pathological dimensions of celebrity worship and mental health. And he keeps going on about adolescent children, ego identity and all that. There's one point here, hold on. Yeah, here. Celebrity worship syndrome can lead to the manifestation of unhealthy tendencies such as materialism and compulsive buying. And that's what this place is all about. First of all, these elites, they don't need money. It's not about money. Maybe these corporations, they're still about the dollar trying to get their profit. But these elites, they already made hand over fist. They already made. They still got old money, okay? They don't, and they're making new money, but they don't need the money, right? But the whole thing of America was money making, capitalism, business, profit, right? That's all it was. So this idolatry, it ties into mammon, right? You being greedy, compulsive, irrational, irritable. When you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're stressed, you go buy, you consume. It's a consumer nation, right? One of the elites. I always forget his name. It's either Rothschild or Rockefeller, one of those. He said, I don't want a nation, Rockefeller, right? I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. And basically just consumers, right? Just consume. That's why advertisement is what it is in the West. You won't find any a greater advertisement ploys or just an effort for advertisement anywhere in the world than in the West, right? Branding, because they want to make it look so good and wrap it up with a nice bow and cherry on top and everything's so nice. But when you take that shit off, it's just garbage, man. It breaks down. It's bullshit. It's bad for you. Just madness, man. It says compulsive buying, which can be supported by a study carried out by Robert A. Reeves, Gary A. Baker, and Chris S. Trulock. The results of the study link high rates of celebrity worship to high rates of materialism and compulsive buying. So you're just going down a hole, man. You're gonna be compulsive and just, oh my God, I'm this idol and this celebrity, and you call them idols, right? You do call them. Oh, who's your idol, right? People ask kids that. Who's your idol? Who's the, and they just name some garbage, man. Right? Disrespectful to your parents. Just a hot mess. Best way to put it. Now, when you type in this word idolatry, hold on, I think I'm in the NLT still. Go to the KJV. Idolatry. Hold on. Yeah. I wanted to get this, right? This is 1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, right? And you Jakes, you're stubborn, man. You're like an ox, right? So we're telling you, look, why are you guys so occupied about knowing a man's personal life and his stats and his, what's his 3-point, what's his 3-pointer percentage? What's his free throw percentage? All that madness, man. I never understood that. Honestly, even in the world, how fantasy football, draft fantasy teams, it's complete madness. But once you come into truth, you really understand these are just spirits, man. You tell a person, yo, you're committing idolatry, he'll look at you like you're crazy. What are you talking about? To commit idolatry, in their mind, they think you got to make an image and bow down and worship it, which is a form of that's idolatry. But you have no idea how deep this man has interwoven all these sins into everyday life. I'm talking about Esau. He has made all these sins so accessible and so easy into everyday life. that people are just partaking in it every day, man. Right? It says, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord Yahweh, he has also rejected thee from being king. And I'm going to get this, 1 Corinthians 10. Right? Because this is Paul. He's warning back then. 10 and 14. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. Right? I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say. You know? And we can look up this word idolatry in the Greek. Right? The worship of false gods, idolatry, of the former sacrificial feats held in honor of false gods. Right? You make in the ancient world sacrifices to these physical idols. You know, these graven images. Of avarice as a worship of mammon. So avarice, I also looked that word up in the Edom 1300s. Inordinate desire of gaining and possessing wealth. And this place, does this not sum up a majority of these people? Inordinate, man. People just sin to win, right? That's the motto of this place, man. Sin to win. I gotta sin. I gotta make this money, take care of my family. God knows my heart. You know? Let's go turbo mode. You know what I mean? Turbo sin mode, right? That's his place. Fifth of the 7 deadly sins, right? That's right, greed. From Old French, avarice, greed, covetousness. What did we read about covetousness, right? From Latin, avaritia, greed, inordinate desire. From avarice, greedy, grasping, right? From crave, long for, be eager, right? So just, it means crave, to enjoy, to consume, man, right? Gluttony down here, lust, gluttony. So, you know, just man, one scripture comes to mind, but 1 second. It says, in the plural, the vices springing from idolatry and peculiar to it. Hold on. I'm just thinking of a scripture. Lord's will, I can find it. But just that consuming and greediness, man. Yeah, I think it was this. Yeah, this is it right here, right? 1 Corinthians 6 and 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. What does that mean? Right? Within the law, you're within the law, right? He's not talking about, I can eat pork. It's lawful. I can eat shrimp. No. He's talking about within the law, all things are lawful. But for example, all things are not expedient. The word expedient means profitable. So in this particular time, having a woman, to be honest, one woman even. If you're unmarried, if you brothers are unmarried, seek not a wife, the scripture says, man. We're heading into that time where you really got to think about having a woman. That's not your best option. But that's not expedient for you, right? Like, it's lawful to have a woman or 2 or 3 or how many you want. That's not expedient. That's not profitable, right? Eating chicken is profitable, is lawful, right? But having meat every friggin' meal, right? Or heavy meat every day, that's not expedient. You know, and then you're borderline going into what? Gluttony, greed. It'll bring you to sin. Right? All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but the Most High shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. So what are these bodies meant for? We're not meant to idol worship, man. To consume, feed upon our greed, you know, our lust. Give into it. Do as thou wilt. No, do as the Most High told you to do, man. Not do as you do. First of all, you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what them spirits are telling you to do, whispering in your ear, man, deceiving you, right? That was pretty much it. That was what I was thinking of. Yeah. So I hope you're edified with that. You know, just shedding that light into that celebrity worship. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I think that's a good word too. Celebrity. I think I looked it up before. Yeah, celebrity, solemn, rite, or ceremony. Celebration, multitude, fame, frequented. Yep. Yeah. There you go. So celebrity, celebrity worship syndrome, man. Because it's a ceremony. That's all it is. They're casting spells on you people. Like I said, man, you watch some people see Drake. Oh my God! Scream at the top of their fucking lungs, passing out, man. You know? Shaking and shit. Foam coming out the mouth. Anyway, Kal Halalim, Le Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Recha HaKudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS that rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings unto you elect out there, brothers and few sisters that take heed. Alright, Shalom.